In this example here, we want to get rid of the fraction, but we have to be a bit careful when we're getting rid of the fractions because we're going to have to multiply by the common denominator. So we need to get rid of divide by 3 by timesing by 3. We need to get rid of the divide by 2 here and here by multiplying by 2. Now, we have to be very careful because there's a times here, and when we multiply everything, we have to distribute across plus and minus. And we don't want to distribute times into here and the brackets because we can't distribute when there's multiplication there. So one thing I'm going to recommend is that we get rid of the brackets first. So I multiply this out, I end up with 2x divided by 3 minus 1/3. So I've taken that 1/3 multiplier and I distributed it in here. Minus 1. I'm keeping track of all my terms. I can see everything vertically. 11 divided by 2. That 1/2 means that we're going to subtract everything inside those brackets. So minus 1/2 x. And just make a note that this x in the numerator and this x by the side actually mean the same thing. This is times x. This is times x. In fractions, there's only times or divide. So whether we write it next to or in the numerator, it means the same thing. It's different if it's in the denominator. So I need to multiply negative times 1/2 x, negative times positive 1, so I'm going to subtract the 1. At this point, I see I can cancel out those minus 1s, but before I do anything, those fractions are distracting, so I'm going to get rid of those fractions with a multiply by 2 and a multiply by 3. So when I do that, I end up with 2x. I'm going to get rid of the divide by 3 and times by 3, but I still have to multiply by 2. I still have the times 2 that did not cancel out. Minus 1/3. Okay, so I have divide by 3 times by 3. They cancel out, so I end up with 1. The divide by 3 cancels out. The times by 2 did not cancel out, so I have to make sure I have the times by 2 there. Minus 1. Nothing canceled out, so I'm going to have times 2 times 3. So I've done the left side of that equality. And I can see all the terms I can follow vertically. Okay, vertically there. The divide by 2 cancels out here, so I'm going to have 11. And the times by 3 did not get canceled out, so I have 11 times 3. Minus 1x, and then the divide by 2 times by 2 cancel out. What did not cancel is the times by 3. And then the minus 1, nothing canceled out. There's still going to be negative 1 times 2 times 3, which is going to end up being negative 6. Okay, so those are all my terms. I'm now just going to multiply this out. So I end up with 4x minus 2 minus 6 equals 33 minus 3x minus 6. So at this point, I'm just going to get rid of those 0 pairs. Okay, just going to balance that off. Now my equation looks much easier to work with. I'm going to add 3x to both sides. I'm going to add plus 2 to both sides. In doing so, I end up with 7x's, 0 pair, 0 pair. That's going to equal 35. Divide by 7, divide by 7. I kept everything balanced. My answer is x equals 5.